others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond Gusset Jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond Gusset Jeans got it. Others don't.
Coast to coast. Direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
We are into hour number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Katherine Albrecht is going to be joining us. She's an expert on the Big Brother takeover to society. I want to cover the waterfront with her joining us. And then we've got Mike Adams coming up, David Icke, George Noory, Texe Mars, Alfred Adask. I mean, the list just goes on with this 27-hour marathon worldwide transmission. The websites are prisonplanet.tv and Infowars.com. Finishing up with Webster. Webster, yes, I understand the tax on Wall Street, but see, that's a general thing. When I go down to these Wall Street events, they tell me, get your Ron Paul signs out of here. This is freedom, and we love George Soros, and we're going to tax anybody making $100,000 or more. I understand some of the groups are saying a speculation tax.
Those guys are on the Soros payroll. Look, I would suggest people to do 3 things. Let's highlight one election next week, right? Election day next Tuesday. City of Philadelphia, County of Philadelphia, Sheriff Sherry Hunkala running for Sheriff of Philadelphia. What's the problem she sees? Bank of America steals people's homes. They have robo-judges, robo-cops, robo-signers, robo-sheriffs. They come and steal your home. Maybe you have no mortgage. Maybe you missed one payment. They're there to steal it, right? Private property at risk from the attacks of Bank of America. So Sherry Hunkala is running for Sheriff of Philadelphia. Her platform is no foreclosures, no evictions.
No, I love it. That's solutions. When banks break the law, grand jury should indict them and they should go to prison.
Right.
And they should have the tens of trillions they've stolen clawed back and paid back into the Treasury. I totally agree with you. That's a real solution. Arrest the bankers.
All right, but this is also don't carry out their orders to steal people's homes and throw American families out on the streets. This is a lady who has been homeless herself. She's a long-term activist. So I urge people to support Sherry Hunkala for Sheriff of Philadelphia. She needs money. She needs volunteers.
I'm saying that general idea, Webster, of getting good sheriffs in. Sheriff Mack has, of course, pioneered that idea. That's a great idea.
Okay, and number 2, if you're in Ohio, vote against Kasich. Kasich wants to bust all the unions. If you bust all the unions, for God's sake, then there are no mass organizations that can resist totalitarian government. What kind of a logic is it that says smash the unions and then everything will be hunky-dory? Those are the only things that come even close to being mass organizations that could call a general strike to stop a war, to stop a fascist coup, or God knows what. And the third thing, if you're a Democrat in particular or an independent, you're interested in the Obama question, right? If you want to register your opposition to Obama, that he should be dumped as a failure and a Wall Street puppet, primaryobamanow.com, primaryobamanow.com. So there, I think, among those 3 things, just about there's something for everybody that they can do, right? Because the big thing is action. And again, if you don't like the fact that Soros's facilitators are dominating the Occupy where you are, get out there with the program. Wall Street sales tax, stop foreclosures, student loan amnesty, cancel it all, no cuts, no to the 12 tyrants, and seize the Federal Reserve. Let's start laying a glove on the Federal Reserve. Nationalize them. Make them cough up $1 trillion of 0% 100-year credit. We can rebuild the United States with successive blocks of those trillions. We need to create 30 million new productive jobs at union wages. And we're sick of austerity because the austerity goes to the bankers, right? We don't want genocide against the American people. The budget will never be balanced with those methods, right? The champion of austerity is Papandreou. The more he cuts, the bigger the deficit gets. How many people do we have to kill before that becomes obvious, right? Schwarzenegger, the same story. And remember, today is the day called by the National Nurses United and other groups. Get out there and fight for the Wall Street sales tax, whatever you want to call it. The main thing is it goes to the U.S. Treasury and it goes to the states so that the states can maintain vital services. We don't need to have cops, teachers, healthcare workers, first responders fired simply because Koch and Soros want their bailouts.
All right, Webster, thanks for spending time with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Katherine Albrecht.
Best of luck, Alex.
Thank you, Webster. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. Stay with us, Infowars.com.
For centuries, silver has been used as a powerful natural antibiotic, and as a listener to this station, you probably already know the benefits of using colloidal silver. With so many websites to choose from, finding a reputable, patriotic company with great products at affordable prices can be a difficult task. Introducing UtopiaSilver.com. UtopiaSilver.com carries the best, most effective, and most affordable colloidal silver and colloidal gold products in the industry. UtopiaSilver.com also carries products to fit your lifestyle, including weight loss, immune system defense, cleanses, herbs, joint and bone care, and much more. First-time customers using promo code GCN50 will receive 50% off all colloidal products. Visit us today at Utopia Silver, that's UTOPIA Silver, utopiasilver.com, or call 888-213-4338. That's 888-213-4338. UtopiaSilver.com, taking back America's healthcare one American at a time.
You don't need me to tell you that humanity is in a deep crisis. Everyone can feel it. We know a tectonic struggle is now taking place between the forces of freedom and those who love darkness, bondage, and enslavement. Yes, my friends, evil is rising. But take heart. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Recently, New World Order operative Hillary Clinton admitted they're losing the info war.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
The globalists are scared. They've overreached. The future of the info war is in your hands. Join PrisonPlanet.tv. Download the thousands of special video reports, ebooks, and more, and get them out to everyone you know. Continue to spread the word about the broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and every other globalist propaganda platform. We are going to use their system against them. The info war now goes into high gear.
Is your credit card debt out of control? Are you in over your head dealing with monthly payments? There's a powerful secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have credit card debt, you have the power to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe, cutting your payments by up to half or more. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. And we'd like to offer you free information that will show you how to settle your credit card debt and lower your payments by up to half or more. It's yours free when you call today. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. Live better, debt free. Find out how easy it is by calling for this valuable free information.
For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call National Debt Relief today at 1-800-460-5733. 1-800-460-5733. This free information is available only for a limited time. Change your life. Call 1-800-460-5733 today.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we are now into the fourth hour of this 27-hour transmission. I am your guest host, I guess, for this hour, Alex Jones, because coming up later in the middle of the night, we're going to have Aaron Dykes as a guest host. We're going to have Paul Watson as a guest host as well. But guest hosting with us this hour is Katherine Albrecht, Dr. Katherine Albrecht. Our website's KatherineAlbrecht.com. She's a popular commentator and, of course, radio personality here on Genesis. She's authored and co-authored 6 books and films. And, of course, she's also a Harvard graduate studying all of this garbage. She's helped really expose the whole RFID system, the police state control grid. My only problem today is really getting into the full magnitude of just open flaunting of classical Big Brother corruption and tyranny in this country. It really is staggering to behold it. All over the nation, I've known for 13 years, they've put up street lights that have cameras and microphones hidden in them. For 17 years, they've listened to all the cell phones in real time and tracked everywhere you go. For 40 years, it'll be 40 years next year, worldwide in industrialized nations, they've taken blood at birth and put it in a secret UN database. We, of course, broke that 16 years ago with the documents. Now it's news the last 3. RFID, tracker chips, smart dust, Google watching people over microphones and cameras on phones, schools watching children, telescreens everywhere saying spy on your neighbors, only trust the government. It's like waking up in a nightmare science fiction movie is the way I've described it. And now they've gone from denying they were spying on us without warrants to just saying this is the way it is. And Katherine Albrecht has a great way, with words to really break down how you're not just going to Google and getting something from them. They're finding out who you are, what you're doing. They're creating algorithms on you. They're integrating it with larger systems to literally be able to predict the future. All of that is going on. And that's why the elite are on such power trips. They admit now they see it as a type of crystal ball system to control the population. I also saw a report yesterday. Richard Reeves brought it to me. I was going to cover it on the nightly news, and then it disappeared out of my stack. But he had reports that they're actually talking about pulling the smart meters in California because they use wireless cell phone technology type systems because of the health effects. California's been forced, along with a lot of Europe, to admit that they're causing problems, and cell phones are linked to cancer. Also, we'll get into just a lot of other technological developments that have taken place. And towards the end of the hour, we'll open the phones up. We're going to have some sections over the next 24 hours we've got left in the 27-hour transmission where we are going to just have nothing but phones that are open. But going to Katherine Albrecht, she's also fighting and praise God, hopefully winning a fight against breast cancer right now. So she might give us an update on that today as well. Katherine, good to have you here with us today.
Well, hey, Alex, it's terrific to be on with you. I can't believe you're doing 27 hours. I think it's fantastic. You could probably do 100 hours and keep going. You're like the Energizer Bunny out there, and I love it because there's just so much we got to be covering. I'm out here in New Hampshire where we got hit by this October, what they're calling the Great Halloween Power Outage, this big storm we got. I'm on day 6 of no power. And the reason I bring that up, I'm actually broadcasting not out of my studio. I had to actually find somebody with power and get an opportunity to get online and connect to you this way. But there's a couple of things about this power outage I want to bring to people's attention, that when the powers that be choose to shut off our power, and I'm not implying that's what happened up here because we got down trees across our power lines, but if someone at some point says, hey, you know what, we're going to turn off your internet, we're going to turn off your power, we are going to be helpless. It is amazing to me watching what happened when we had about 2/3 of the state of New Hampshire and virtually all of New England without power, how everybody goes crazy. And, even those generators, people say, you get prepared to get a generator. The lines at our gas stations are stretching a half a mile. People were saying it was taking 45 minutes to an hour just to get gasoline because everybody's got to refill. I mean, those generators are taking 10, 15 gallons of gas a day. And if they shut that off, people are going to be in the dark. They're going to be cold. And let me tell you, more importantly, they're not going to have access to the internet. And that's been the hardest part for me. I've got kerosene, I've got heat, I got water, I got all the stuff I need. But boy, I'll tell you, when you are out of communication range and you cannot use that internet, it is mind-blowing what they can do. And then you take a look at the smart meters. You mentioned that at the opening of the show, which is such an important topic. because the smart meters are about more than just making it easier for the power company to read your electric meter and send you a bill. The smart meters have an incredible amount of power to selectively shut off appliances in your home, to communicate with and have your appliances communicate back with the power company and say, hey, she ate 3 pieces of toast today instead of 1. What's going on? Does she have a visitor over? I mean, that level of